Let's do a mic check.
Mic check.
Talk.
Okay.
Tell the
His phone's off.
Right.
Oh, he sounds like a robot.
Yeah, you guys
He's
got
like,
robot.
really?
We should leave that on the.
That's not bad.
I love it.
Alcohol.
T-Pain.
How come it's only his?
Oh, it's only his?
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
JPD2.
That should be the beginning of it.
Yeah.
keep the clip.
Let's check our mic. Check. Go ahead and say something.
Aquí estamos en Radio FM.
All right, go ahead, guys.
All right. Well, welcome back. That means you like us for the third time. We'll see what this topic kind of brings for everybody. And we're going to just fly into it. And my number one thing is, do you believe in a soulmate?
I think a lot of people will have different answers to this question.
I think I've always believed in, I don't believe in soulmates. I think you create who you want to be with in a type of way to where you choose your partner. You choose, and that's like, oh, obviously you choose your partner, but no, like you choose them every single day. And eventually I think things stop being lovable. You stop choosing each other the day someone gives up. And I think the word soulmate means like, oh, like it was sent from God and it's meant, which yes, but not in that type of way. I think a lot of people are like, oh, a soulmate means there's not going to be hard times. We're not going to question the relationship. We are always going to pick each other every single day, morning, noon, and night. That's where I think people get super disappointed. I think a soulmate could be a friend. I think it could be multiple people in your life that they feed your soul and you need them. But to be in a relationship with someone, I don't think you have to find your soulmate. You create your soulmate.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, but I also, from the perspective of like finding and like having a marriage, like I really do think that how I started our vows was our story became faith and fate, because we did meet in high school and then we did, not talk for a while, and then just out of nowhere we kind of rekindled and she came back into my life, and it was at a time where faith was needed in her life, and I was so deep in my faith that I could show her what that was like. And it really bonded us and kind of created that foundation.
So do you think God says everyone has a soulmate? Because I strongly believe, and this isn't like, again, I've said it before, it's not a man and a woman. It's in my head, in my beliefs, God created Eve out of Adam, which means you need another person. Right? Is that label considered a soulmate? I don't want to put that label on it, but is that what you're saying? Is that God sat here and said, Morgan is your soulmate, just not at this time, but she's your soulmate?
I that's exactly what I think.
What are your other partners? What were they?
Lessons.
Okay.
I think they were people that needed to be in my life for seasons and reasons, but they were not supposed to be there forever.
So when you were with your other partner, and you and Morgan obviously broke up in high school, and then you got with your next partner, did you think Morgan was still your soulmate?
She was my what if.
Meaning what?
Always
break it down a little bit.
It wasn't even that we were together in high school. Me and Morgan were together in high school. It was like she coached my sister. She was always at my house. We talked, we flirted, went on dates, but we never really told each other how we truly felt.
So you guys were never actually together?
No, but we always, there was this like unspoken like vibes. And it
you
was,
wanted each other?
Yeah, and it was always there, but we never said anything about it.
Yeah. Get my name tatted on you so I know it's real, guys. I'm not even kidding either.
Like yes. You are like, yes, get my name tatted.
Yeah.
Could you have a soul ghost mate?
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Like maybe your soulmate died, but they're still out there looking for you.
Damn. That's what I was going to talk about. Like, what happens when people die? I think you just blew the medulla.
Amblangata.
Wow, that got me.
So don't you think it was unfair though for your past relationship or your last relationship? And this is me getting kind of like, I think this is a trigger for me to where it's like, oh, I'm so in love with you, but really you're thinking about somebody else the whole time. So you don't even want that partner you were with. And yeah, maybe you're settling and it's like, yeah, I love that person. And let's say, I don't know, Kathy, right? Kathy was your first girlfriend. And then now you're with Christina. But you don't really love Christina. You're comfortable with
Mm.
Christina. But in the back of your head, you're always thinking about Kathy. How is that okay for Christina, though?
I don't think it was that I was like thinking about her, but if like because she was already in my life and my family's life, like there were things that she showed up at because she was my sister's coach. There were things like
But then you were also thinking, well, what if it could have been her?
and but in my
Or
but
what
I
if-
was also thinking like it's never going to. Because she was already in another relationship too
But you weren't fully satisfied with your past one.
with oh. Like what do you mean past? Like
Your
with
last
it-
relationship.
I think I
Like the
was
one you were
satisfied.
in,
Yeah,
the
I
one you
was
were in.
satisfied with it, but it's like it was always different.
Satisfied and happy are two different things.
Then maybe I was
Content.
content, comfortable.
Comfortable. You were
I was comfortable. Yeah.
And I think when people are just comfortable with their partner, I think that's so unfair and it's a shitty feeling to be like, damn, I'm going to hurt this person. But I don't think it's fair to just be comfortable with your partner.
Yeah. Well, like we talked about in the other episode, like there were other aspects of the relationship that made it really difficult.
Yeah.
But I think I didn't know that what having a soulmate looked like or felt like until I got with my wife.
Yeah.
So in my head, I was like, oh, I guess this is it. Like this is what I'm supposed to feel.
With your relationship you were with prior
Yeah,
to Morgan.
because I didn't know.
Yeah.
But then it also makes me think like you also have like your first love,
Yes.
and that is a whole different type of relationship.
It is. So then do you think you could have multiple soulmates? Like they all could feed your soul differently.
For sure. But I feel like there is one person that you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with.
Not seasons of your life. So kind of like in the old days, like, you know, when people were together in the 50s and the 40s and they stuck it out and they're like, how long have you been together? Oh, 50 years. Or we're celebrating our 37th anniversary. I think that's why I love bartending, because I meet older couples
Mm-hmm.
and I've always been in love with people who choose each other. I
Yeah.
ask couples this all the time because I'm like, not what did you do? Like, what's the secret? And they always say, and it's always the same thing. Every single couple I have asked that have been together for more than
What's
30
the
years
secret?
like each other, pick each other every day.
Yeah.
That's literally all they say. They're like, there's going to be days where you wake up and you don't want to be with them anymore, but you choose to, and it's a choice. Kind of like the gym. You think I want to wake up every morning and go to the gym? I'd rather wake up, eat some pizza and donuts and
No, but you do make me
Chill.
feel bad about myself. That you
Oh my God,
when
why?
you post your gym pics, I'm like, I should really go to the gym.
well, you should go.
I should go.
No, I don't like that
but I don't
way.
want to.
But you're choosing not to.
But I'm choosing not to.
And I think that's
But I will
another-
choose my wife. But I will choose not to go to the
But
gym.
but like it's all a choice. But you just said you're choosing your wife. I think that's the same thing with your training. You know, you have to train a muscle to become strong.
Yeah.
You have to train your brain.
Absolutely.
And I think you have to also train the way you love, because the way you love is always a reflection of how you were grown up, how you were taught to love.
Mhm.
And to me, I wasn't taught how to love a partner. I wasn't even taught how to fully love myself. I wasn't taught how to love a few things in life. And so it's like, well, what is a soulmate? And I think that's why early days in like my high school years, it was always shitty friends sometimes around me, because that's what I was used to.
Yeah.
It was always survival of the fittest. This is how you survive it. If you can sit here and be like, oh, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Oh, that could be your soulmate. It's cool. Do you get what I mean? But
yeah.
like
yeah.
now I'm retraining, like as cheesy as it sounds, but retraining like my mind and like my heart to believe like a first love is one thing.
Oh, for sure.
And then you get into your mature love, then that mature love could possibly be your final love, or the third one could be your final love.
I also like what Mary says. Oh, she's not here today because she's sick, but
I know we miss you.
we do miss her. I liked how she says like she doesn't think that people should get into serious relationships until they're 25.
Yeah.
I think that is like the best advice ever.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that are a little bit more mature in their early 20s that could probably make it work, but I agree. I feel like your early 20s, you're still trying to figure things out, your career, school, all these things.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of changing happening in that time. Who you are as a person, events that are happening. And I feel like.
But I also think after having like kids or marriage, but again, like I don't have kids, I've never been married, but I do think, because I talked to a lot of couples, and again, this is just hearsay, that people change during those seasons too.
Mhm.
So does that mean that the person you marry automatically God's like, and they do it under the oath of God, right? So they
Right.
truly do believe this is your soulmate.
Yeah.
I always want to know, like, well, what makes you guys stop choosing? Is cheating it? Does that mean they're not your soulmate anymore? What makes a soulmate? So with you and Morgan, how do you know she's your soulmate? And I don't like the selfish way of, well, what do you do for me? I think that's a selfish way to look at love.
Yeah.
I think for those that come into it and they're like, well, are you watering my grass? I think that's super selfish.
Yeah.
But again, that's how I view it. But going back to, why is Morgan your soulmate?
I think it's because I've never been loved the way that she loves me. And I've never been told brutally honestly things that I need to work on or to have someone help me grow.
Okay. So she makes you a better person.
Yeah, absolutely. Every single day, I couldn't imagine my life without her.
Yeah.
It like to think about that. Like sometimes I'm like,
What a fucking cheeseball.
I am, but I am a hopeless romantic.
I am
but
too. I'm such a lover girl.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really difficult because when, like you're saying, so we have these like your first love, and it's like you're head over heels, and it's more of like that honeymoon stage the entire
Yeah.
time, right? So we always have that one person. Then you have this. Maybe we all have a toxic relationship. I don't know.
Oh, I think everyone has their toxic
And
relationship.
I feel like I learned the most out of that.
Yes.
To be the person that I need to be for my person.
Yeah, because I think in the toxic relationship, you learn what you're never going to accept. And then you also learn, oh, crap, this is something I never want to make somebody else feel.
Yeah.
And it's a slap in the face to realize, like, oh, hey, you were toxic. Or, damn, like, I did accept all of this. There's so many things now to where it's like boundaries, boundaries, boundaries.
Yeah.
And it's not oh, you think you're too good. No, sometimes, yeah, I do think I'm too good for you because I don't like the way you treat me.
Yeah.
And that's
It's just
okay to
self-love.
say.
Yeah, it's just
Yes.
self-love and what you deserve.
Like, to me, if you're not clear with your actions, I already know you're not my soulmate. And that's friendships, work, relationships. If you are not clear with what this is, you're not my soulmate.
Yeah.
You can't be iffy at the ages that we're at now.
No.
It makes no sense. Like, you're not 16.
We're getting too old now.
Yeah, you're not 16 going into Forever 21, guys.
Which
Like,
closed down.
Did it?
It did. It's empty.
Wow, I don't go to the mall ever.
I feel like no one goes to Fashion Fair anymore.